experiences and the tools, all the little things that we provide you on the battlefield that will shape the next generation of your battlefield moments, or my battlefield moments. I hopefully meet you all on the battlefield.
Now, in the trailer, we see a few different locations, and I can only assume that you guys are going to be taking us to some new spots around the world?
Oh, yeah. I mean, Battlefield 1 is set on an epic scale. It's a global war. It took place in so many places that, to be honest, we didn't really know from the start. So we want to take the player on a journey around the world and show you front lines, like the more known ones, for example, like the Western Front. But then also take you on a journey to the more unexpected ones. Take you to the Italian Alps, big fortresses under siege, or the deserts of Arabia where cavalry charges take place. All of them creating new gameplay opportunities and possibilities that wouldn't be possible in the other ones. So all of this you will get to experience in different types of battles, all through multiplayer and the campaign.
And Wesley, you said you've actually gotten to play Battlefield 1, which makes me jealous, but what was your experience as you encountered some of the elements?
Well, first of all, I really want to play it again, because it is really just epic to play. But one thing that I did notice moreover than anything else is the physicality of the game. It feels so much more brutal and gritty than previous Battlefield games in the past. That's something new that we haven't seen before.
Yeah, a guy got hit in the face with a shovel.
Yeah, that's probably the best
face shot!
That's probably the best example. And if it makes you excited, then I'm pretty sure the rest of the community are going to be excited as well. So that's pretty cool.
Leaves mark.
So Lars, what do you think the community is going to love?
Hopefully everything, but if you force me to pick, I would say intensity of the battles and kind of what you're touching upon here, that where the physicality reinforces the immersion, the senses of the battle going on the battlefield, where my actions and how they affect the world, but also how the world changes and how that affects me. So I'm super excited in seeing you all taking on the battle and how you turn, these beautiful, pristine landscapes into devastated battlefields. That's, I can't wait.
Yeah, and I would also like to say that I think that players will be excited to pilot these all amazing vehicles that probably none of you have played with ever before, including some of the largest ever vehicles we've ever built. So you could imagine that in a 64-player battle, and I would say then that playing the objective has never been more exciting or massive.
And Westy, what was it like for you getting to be one of those 64 players on the battlefield?
Well, reiterating what Alex has just said, 64 players is Battlefield, and there's always this chaos going on everywhere. But you are encouraged to play as a squad. That's what Battlefield's all about. You play with your friends, you play with your teammates, and team play really is a key thing in the battle to make sure that you win. But I know a lot of people out there like to play like a lone wolf style. They like to go solo, and you can still do that in Battlefield 1, which is really nice. And the gameplay feels balanced all the time. So you're going to go into a scenario, and there's always an equal chance that you might win or the enemy might win. And I'm really looking sort of forward to providing more feedback on that for you guys at DICE.
Please do.
Yeah. And Battlefield is known for that rock, paper, scissors core game mechanic. Lars, does Battlefield 1 take that on?
Yes, I mentioned previously, Battlefield at its core, it is all about rock, paper, scissors. And when we continue to expand this sandbox, the toolbox, it is super important that all of these parts are built around the core of rock, paper, scissors in terms of gameplay. Since by doing this, and maybe I should explain, rock, paper, scissors, when we talk about it, it's the fact that some games have super weapons. If you have it, you're invincible. But in Battlefield and with rock, paper, scissors, there's always a counter to every tool. And that builds a very interesting dynamic where we can allow ourselves to balance the game, but also build kind of the tension where all of your choices matter. And that is, to me, what makes Battlefield beautiful.
And I would like to say that it's more of an analog world, to say. It's more about what you see is what you get. You fire the bullet, it goes in that direction. And we really want to focus on the uniqueness of these tools that provides all new gameplay experiences, like using the speed of motorcycles, throwing explosives, blowing the people up, or maybe like Westy here, snipe a pilot out of a biplane or something like that.
I'm really not that good.
You're not?
Well,
okay, then I will do it. Someone's got to do it. But the point here is that that you should need to adapt to the style and loadout to the type of situation you're in, and that's really what we want to give you as a player.
It's choice.
Yes.
It's all about choice. I mean, the game obviously looks amazing, but it seems like you guys have made some pretty big steps forward with the immersion in the game.
Yeah, so immersion is important in Battlefield 1, and what we want to do is to create an experience that really draws you in. You really feel like you're there, and you lose many hours just being absorbed in the gameplay and in the world that you are. This is also a more of a physical and personal type experience like we touched on before, and I think you really feel it when you play. On top of that, we are adding some intuitive, more instinctive